Oh, there, this video is going to show you how to use the pier post footing object. So, as we demonstrated in the previous videos, we showed you how to do your slab and your footings. I'll quickly review what we've done. And as you can see in the 3D view, we have footings around the garage and our slab and footings to the house. So what we need to do now is add footings to this pier at the front of this house, and there are also two timber posts at the rear of the house which need footings. So we'll start with the pier to the front. Now with this object, because they are closely related or need to have or exist because they are a pier as a post, this object does your concrete footing plus your pier and or post all in one object. I'll show you how that works in a minute. Okay, so we go to our concrete view and our concrete tool set, and we run pier post footing tool. Best way to use it is click in the middle of the object on your DWG, because this object does create itself based on the center of the points you give it. So we just click there and then click to the right hand side, keep that perpendicular, get the angle correct, and there we go. So we can see, but by default it's come in with a footing size of 300 by 300. That's going to be too small. This actual pier is 300 by 300, so we'll go for a 450 by 450. There you go. So make it a bit clearer as to what's going on now. And now we can see the shell of our brickwork. Now this is a rendered pier. So we're going to go vertically chord external. And then we're going to turn on the render. Also change the dimensions of the pier. You also have other settings for the top of the footing, so that's at -3/4, and the top of the pier is at 25, which I think is correct. I think that board goes at 25/4. So now we can look at that in 3D. And there is the footing. So if we go to our brickwork view, now the brickwork is on, we can see what we've actually modelled. Just zoom out a bit. That's why we've got this selected. I'll just show you what you can do with some of these options. So as I mentioned before, we can turn off the finish. You can see there's our vertically chord rough, and that could be a 2-course face here instead, or a 1-course face. If you need more options on that list, let me know. It can also be a pier and a post. So if we want that situation where there is a post up the middle of the pier, if we do select that, we'll need to change the top of the pier. So if we go 10 courses, there we go. Or we could just make it a post. Which is what we'll do at the rear of the house. And there you go. We have post sizes that we can change. Steel or timber, this will create a different recipe. That's a good segue into showing what this will likely produce. So we go steel post 112 by 112. Don't think that's a real size, so we go back to 100 by 100. Here's your recipe update. Here's your footing, length of the post, brickwork. So if we change that back to a pier instead of a post, at the collar type setting, we'll go back to our pier. So it's top of that pier still at 10, so I'll go back to 25. Change it back to chord internal. You can see this is updating our recipes as we go. Go for render. And that also produces an area of render that we need. Doesn't need a post or a corner bracket because there's no post turned on. We get one pier starter, which is, I think, is a threaded rod. Generally, that is what we use. But there we go. So that object is complete. So now we'll go to the rear of the house. And we'll put in these posts. So we'll run the tool again. Okay, that's going to be a post only. Upgrade that footing. Upgrade the post to 112 by 112. That's the ceiling height. The ceiling height is 28. So we'll put this post up to 28 courses. Corner bracket, it's timber, and it's been painted. So yes, that looks pretty complete. We'll look at that in 3D. Looks pretty good. So I don't want to redraw that, so I'm just going to drag a copy of that to our next post. So just press X to select. Move that, and if you hold down Control, it will make a copy of your object. Bear with me. Something around. Best way to do this is actually get, because I do have a reference points in the middle, best way to do it is actually drag from one of these other endpoints. And if I hold down Control, now we get the copy. There you go. So yeah, pardon my fumbling around, but that's the best way to do it. Don't use a point that has one of these control points on it. Use the corner of one of the other pieces of the geometry. Okay, so we'll go to 3D. So we're actually in the brickwork view, of course, so that's why we're seeing these posts and the brickwork. That's done. So we go to a concrete view again. Just look at our concrete. Pretty good. Now, one thing I will quickly mention is we do have this item tool. I'll quickly show you in this video, and I won't use these sort of stamped item tools everywhere else because they're pretty much the same. It's just a tool with a list you pick from. So if you need another entry bar or a penetration or a drop footing item, you just drop that in. And all of those tools throughout these tool sets are exactly the same. Whereas a stamp, you just click your point, pick your option, and it gives you that one-off item. Okay, that completes concretes. I'll see you in the brickwork videos. Thank you.